Hello friends, and welcome to the official YouTube channel of Lucent IAS. I am Mukesh Sir and I am the Faculty of History here at Lucent Institute of Advanced Studies. Today I am going to talk about the advantages of choosing history as your optional subject. Alright, I have neatly arranged the advantages into three categories, and let us look at these from these three different perspectives. The first perspective is that of the intersection of the subject history with your general studies paper. Now, if you have taken history as an optional, of course you are going to read all three sections of history: ancient, medieval and modern, as well as the contemporary history of India, alright, in great detail. What happens is that now when you encounter questions in your prelims paper, which are around 17 to 20, mark that, alright, 17 to 20 questions, alright, on an average in your prelims paper are asked from the subject history. And in your prelims paper again, ancient, medieval and modern, all three sections of history are very well represented, alright. So if you have studied them in great detail for your optional paper, alright, answering these questions confidently and raising your marks in your prelims test becomes a very easy matter, alright. And therefore we have observed that people who choose history score very highly in their prelims paper, and if you score very highly in your prelims paper, of course getting into the mains section is not difficult at all, alright. When we look at it from the mains perspective also, in your GS1 paper, 6 to 7 questions again from history, 4 questions usually are asked from modern Indian history, and another 2 questions are asked from ancient and medieval. These 2 questions, mind you, they deal with the culture segment of Indian history, alright. Again, if you are studying history for your optional, solving these questions become a very easy matter, alright. And therefore history will help you not just in scoring very good marks in your optional paper, that's one thing, alright, but history will help you in scoring good marks in your prelim stage as well as the GS1 paper of your main stage. But that's not all. If you choose history, it will give you an edge in your other papers also. How? Let us look at it from the second perspective now. If you choose history as an optional subject, number one advantage that you will notice very soon in your in your study of history is that it is giving you a deeper understanding of social and political issues. What I mean by this is that when you look at any socio-political issue, suppose there is a question from caste, suppose there is a political question, alright, it has a historical background, alright. Issues don't pop up, they have, or they slowly develop over time. And if you study history, you can now connect, alright, the particular issue with its historical background. What happens now is that when you are going to write an answer, every answer now has a historical perspective. Of course, I am not talking about very technical subjects. If you are attempting a question from physical geography, it becomes difficult, you will be hard put to give any kind of historical perspective to that. But nonetheless, if you are answering questions from other subjects, you will find that you can now give a historical perspective in that answer, which again raises the value of that answer, and you get more marks by writing such answers, alright. It gives you a wholesome understanding of issues from polity, issues from society, issues from IR, alright. All of these subjects, okay, a very wholesome kind of understanding develops once a person starts studying history at a higher level, which of course you will have to do if you choose history for the optionals, alright. Another thing which is common among us people who study history, alright, is that history is a character building exercise. Okay, this is something which is often neglected, but history, study of history, it will build you from a character perspective also. It will make you or bring you face to face, alright, with your own origins, with the issues you feel or you encounter in your day-to-day life as a human being, alright. And now your reaction to these issues also change, which is again your character or your personality is a very integral part of the selection process. Of course, all of you know about that, alright. The interview is all about your personality, alright, and history is something which will build you from that from that aspect also. So again, multiple advantages of taking up history for your optional, okay. The third set of advantages This is not actually an advantage, but I'm just trying to impress upon you that it is popular. The subject history is taken up by around 1500 students every year in their mains examination. On an average, around 1500 students opt for history. On an average, around 10,000 to 12,000 students, they are or become eligible to sit for the mains examination, and out of this, on an average, around 1500 students appear with history as their optional subject in the mains examinations. So it will be around 15% of students attempting mains. Now, if you look at the enormous number of subjects that you can choose from, why are these students selecting history? Why are so many students from other subject backgrounds are selecting history? It is of course because of these advantages which we have already listed. So, going by the trend also, history is such a subject which is evergreen, alright, and if you choose history, another advantage that you will find is that you will never lack for any kind of help, alright. If you are choosing history, there are such big communities, forums, as well as numerous coaching institutions, alright. Every coaching institutions offer history, as well as there are number of forums, etc. on the internet. The number of materials that you can consult, again, huge amount of materials that you can consult, alright, huge variety of materials that you can consult, okay. So from the source perspective as well as from guidance perspective also, history is a popular subject and it will again give you a great advantage. But of course, the final choice of or the final decision of choosing your optional subject falls upon you. My job as a teacher of history is to acquaint you with the advantages of choosing this subject. So nonetheless, with that I will leave you guys today, but remember, another set of advice from my side is that whenever you are or you make the commitment of preparing yourself for civil services examination, be it state or be it the union civil service examinations, always remember choosing your optional subject at the very onset, alright, from the very beginning, and preparing for your optional paper from the very beginning are essential. 500 marks in your optional paper, and optional paper is there. The commissions have given you the choice of choosing a question paper so that you can score very highly in these two question papers, 250 marks each. It's not a punishment, it's again an advantage that the commission is giving you. So choose it at the very onset and please prepare for it from the very beginning. Of course, everybody among you will do good in that way. Alright, so keep studying, keep working hard. Today I take your leave. Thank you.